Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome if you're new. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and let's get right into today's video. So to start off today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys the peel off method that I use because I get a lot of questions, and I'm also going to be showing it at the end when I pop the nails off. But firstly, so usually I don't typically go in with any like nail prep, but I did have a little bit of product still left on my nail from my last set, and I wanted to just remove all of that. So I did go over my nails and around my cuticle area with the sanding band. But now I'm taking my UNT peel off base coat, and for some reason this base coat is not available on Amazon anymore. I will try to link some alternatives. I know Makartt has one. I haven't really tried theirs. And there's other methods that you can use as well as a peel off method. I know you can use some cuticle oil, just apply it as I'm doing this peel off base coat and just wipe off the excess. But once I do have that layer on my nails, I'm gonna wait till it completely dries and apply another layer. I'm not gonna show the second layer just because, you know, I want to save some time. When using gel, you want to use one coat, and acrylic, I advise you to use two because sometimes the acrylic adhere it's very strong. So once it completely dries, I'm gonna go in with some base coat and just apply one thin layer to all of my nails, and then of course cure for 30 seconds. So once I had the nails cured, I am going to go over with some alcohol just to wipe away that tacky layer. And I like to do this when using acrylic because I feel like the acrylic adheres better to like a non-sticky surface. The same as with applying nail tips. When I use my peel off method, I do like to wipe off the tacky layer before I go in and apply nail tips because the glue just doesn't apply, like it just doesn't adhere. And so like I mentioned in my last two videos, I wanted to do something with this black acrylic, and this one is called Noir from the Makartt Nude 2-in-1 Dip Pro line. Along with that, I'm going to be using my neutralizer from Not Polish. I'm going to add 6 drops into my dappen dish before I add my monomer. And I'm just going to put a little bit of monomer. I'm not going to be doing too much of acrylic application. And once I add the monomer, I'm just going to take my brush, mix that around, and also prep my brush in the process. And the brush I'm using is from Kiara Sky. This is in the size 10. I will make sure everything that I use is linked down below just in case you guys want to check it out. So I'm going to be doing the Femi beauty method today. Super easy method, and if you haven't tried it, go ahead and try it. I'm going to be encapsulating some of these little silver white pieces in them. I didn't really like this glitter mix how I thought I was gonna like it, but you know what, I just decided to keep it in anyway. So to apply this, even though I'm going to be using acrylic, I am going to be applying these with some base coat. So to give these little sequin pieces something to stick to, I did apply a layer of base coat, and I did add a generous amount just because sometimes it's really hard for these little sequences to stick into the nail like flat, especially the pinky nail because it's so small. It doesn't really have like a nice flat surface for them. But I'm just going to be doing like a little swirly design using these sequin pieces. Once I got these little sequin places to my liking, I do take it off the stand just to look at it from the front side, just to see how it looks because that's what everyone is going to see, and that's the only part that matters, like I always say when doing this method. Once I'm satisfied with them, I do take a little bit more base coat and just float over the entire sequence design. And this is just because, like I said, sometimes these sequin pieces don't really lay flat, and if you do cure this without like that barrier, and when you do apply the acrylic, it will kind of seep under and it will have like the design looking very weird. So instead, floating over some base coat just allows the base coat to fill up all of those spaces, and once you cure it, it keeps the design from the top side looking very nice. And so once I did cure on that base coat layer, I'm gonna go in with the acrylic application, and it's so simple. I'm just gonna be adding this just like I do poly gel for the Femi Beauty method, aka lazy girl method. When doing this, I'm just gonna make sure that all of the sides are applied. I'm not gonna take this all the way up to the cuticle area, and I will explain that part later, but I'm just gonna make sure the nail is all the way filled up on the sides. And once I get up to the cuticle area, I'm just gonna stop and move on to the next nail. I think this method is like super easy, and I do get a lot of comments saying that Femi Beauty didn't like create this method, but honestly I haven't seen anyone do it before her, so respectfully that's just who I'm gonna give my credit to. I know a lot of people don't really like this method because like I don't know, I create content, so I really like this method. It's very creative, very easy to continue putting out content. So yeah, I really do like this method. Shout out to Femi Beauty. So I'm just gonna go ahead and continue adding all of the acrylic into my nails, and I do like the consistency of this black acrylic powder. If you haven't tried any of the 2-in-1 dip acrylic powders from Makartt and you're interested, I will leave the link to all of them down below just so that you can check them out for yourselves. And also, if you do plan on purchasing, you can use my 15% off discount code. I will have that link down in the description box, and also here it is on the screen. And also, if you want to go back and check out my swatch video of all of my Makartt acrylics that I have, I will leave that here up in the cards for you to check out. So once I finish, go ahead and check that video out, and I'm just gonna continue adding all of the acrylic into the tips of the nails. And by the way, I've been on this voiceover for like 30 minutes just because I don't know why it's taking me so long to do this. I think it's just because like I overslept and I wanted to do this voiceover early. I only plan to say a little bit of stuff, but as always I have to ramble and get off topic. And I also sound like very sleepy and stuffy in my opinion. I don't really like it. Like, it's always cringy to like hear your voice back when a lot of people like don't really notice it, but you can. That's exactly how I feel about this voiceover, and it's honestly like so cringy to me. Like, I've been sneezing all morning. I have really bad allergies, and that is playing a part in my voiceover and the way it sounds. But yeah, it's really taken me a very long time, so I would appreciate it if you guys just go ahead and like the video and leave a comment just so that I know all of the time spent into this voiceover was worth it and appreciate it. Once I repeated that to the thumb, here's what all of the nails look like. And I did go a little bit too far up on the index nail, which is why the entire thing is covered. But I didn't want to like remove it because I felt like the black acrylic would have been very messy, so I just went up very thin. And when I apply it to my nails, I'm just going to use some clear acrylic instead of the black. I don't really know why I did that, but I just decided to use some clear instead of the black. So when I get ready to apply these to my nails, I just go in with another bead at the cuticle area, and working with drier beads really help because when you apply it to your nails, it's kind of like staying in place better and it's not really like spilling all over the cuticle area. So yeah, working with drier beads really help. Just like the poly gel, I do make sure to go around the cuticle area first, and I'm going to be using these little clamps. Usually people use these for like the dual form method.